Yo, this is J Mob Podcast, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trying something new, something different. Trying to keep it live, get it twisted up, you know what I'm saying? And as you can see, we got a little list over here. Let me rock it with my left hand because I know I got a green screen thing going on, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, over there. Yeah, see, over there. I got my cutoff right there on the green screen. I'm trying to keep this hand over here not busy because, yeah. Hey, it took me a lot to get to this point, y'all. So I started off on a mobile phone trying to stream some Hearthstone from the mobile phone with, I think I had a tripod stand, right? I was doing a little introduction, y'all. I just want to get y'all some history. I'm going to get into it. We're going to get into some COD, some Fortnite, some of my streamer journey. There's a little bit of it right here. I'm going to give y'all an intro. But I started off on a mobile phone, streaming Hearthstone through the camera on the mobile phone with a little tripod stand. And I tried to do the best I could, with that. I don't hate on nobody who start off with whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? Start where you are. Get whatever experience you can with whatever equipment you got. I had a little clip-on light on the phone with a lens attachment, a little desk set up. I tried to go hard and take it serious as I could with whatever I got. I stopped playing Hearthstone for a while, and to tell you the truth, Hearthstone really, the money that I was putting into getting those decks and stuff really kept me from getting a better setup. I probably could have had my whole gaming computer set up and everything a lot sooner had I not been having to try to keep up with the packs and the metas in Hearthstone itself because of how expensive they were. But I never thought, I would be where I'm at this soon with my setup. Having PC set up and everything, I probably thought maybe I would progress to a console. But to tell you the truth, it's expensive with a console. If you got to do a console and you got to get a capture card, and you're gaming on a console, and you got a capture card going to your computer, maybe it's a little bit less burden on your computer, and you're just using your computer like a second, like if you had a 2 PC setup, and so your computer doesn't have to worry about pushing all the graphics for the game, and it can just work your stream. That might be a better option for some people, and that's kind of maybe where I thought I would go next from the mobile phone streaming. But it worked out, and I got my first gaming PC. Well, I tried a laptop. Let me get too far ahead. I had a laptop for a few weeks, and I figured out that laptop that was a pretty good price. It wasn't cheap. That unless you're spending $2,000 on a laptop, and even then, compared to what you can get with a desktop, it's gonna be hard. It's hard work to put the stream, to have to render the graphics and stream from a laptop. So that didn't last but a few weeks. That's kind of why I skipped over that. But I ended up trading the laptop, not getting but a fourth of my money back, just enough maybe to get one of my first monitors, and for the PC, which I got from NZXT. Then I got the second monitor, 2K monitor. My first monitor was just 1080p TN panel. Just not really for graphics as much, but just to keep that 144 hertz refresh rate, which I was going for when I first got it. Now my second one is more for the color and for the graphics with the 2K IPS panel, and it works great if you want to do editing, color, or photography, video, as well as for the 144 hertz refresh rate for gaming. And I love that. I saw a huge difference with graphics. Same graphics card, but just with the monitor, it makes so much difference what kind of monitor you mess with. So then I got the monitor. I started off with just a Chinese knockoff because as far as the webcams, I had a little cheap Chinese knockoff for $50-$60 of the Logitech C920. Because you can't find it in stock, and when you do find it in stock on Amazon, it's price gouged for double or triple the price. So you're talking about $200 or $300 for this little $50-$60 microphone or webcam, the same what I paid for the Chinese knockoff. Basically took this price point of the Logitech cam. Crazy. And I said, well, I really want to be close to the pros. I'm kind of like in that mid-range setup, you know what I'm saying, where I'm not rocking like $1,000 or $2,000 DSLR like Sony or Canon or whatever, but I'm not rocking a webcam either, so I went with the GoPro. It's definitely a lot cheaper, but gives a great quality for me. I'm rocking this right now with the green screen, and I don't have any color correction filters or anything on there. I probably could tweak it and make it a little bit better, maybe get some of the glare off my forehead a little bit, stuff like that, but I think it looks great. I know I want to get this quality with a webcam, so I'm pretty happy with it. Even like the chair, like just stuff that I thought would be a luxury back in the day, like to be able to have it, like I don't take nothing for granted. To have like just kind of, this chair is really, you know, the gamer chairs, they're more for sportiness and for looks. They're definitely not for comfort. Everybody says that, you know, if you're gonna spend hours in them, like you're better off getting a Herman Miller, which they're a ridiculous price out the ass, like $1,000-$2,000, but something similar, I guess, that buy for comfort, don't always buy for looks. But as a streamer, I like to have the look of the chair, so that's what it is, and it was a reasonable price. Rocking the Stream Deck, like everybody said, oh man, I could never imagine not having it's such a necessary tool now once you've had one. I'm like, I didn't even know what you use it for until I have it now, and like I use it for switching scenes, for controlling Spotify. I got the Stream Safe Beats on here now because I had to learn the hard way. Just having like music from the cars in Fortnite play, like a copyrighted song, like it was Bad Bunny or something one time, and getting a copyright claim on me, I was like, damn, this shit is for real. So yeah, I went and found some Stream Safe Beats, and has this great soundtrack. I remember playing all the time in my streams and stuff, drill beat, trap soundtrack or something. It's awesome. But and then we got the Xbox Elite controller, the mouse and keyboard, and headphones. I love Logitech. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just a little dude in a big fish pond, you know what I'm saying, starting off, not sponsored by anybody, but I love the Logitech stuff. I didn't know nothing about keyboards, you know, gaming mouses, none of this stuff. It was all new to me. So I just ended up with the Romer G tactical mechanical keyboard, not really knowing about MX Cherry, MX Blues, all this kind of stuff, but it met my price point and kind of the key layouts and stuff that I wanted in the keyboard. I knew it had to be mechanical, obviously, for gaming, but not really sure of the switches and stuff. Saw some good reviews on it, everything, and it's been great. I love it. Same with the mouse. I got the G502 Hero. Met the price point for me. Found it at GameStop, and I love that everything goes through the G Hub, the Logitech G Hub. I love that. So I can control everything all at once. Same with like the Elgato stuff. I'm not sponsored by them or anything too, but I love the Elgato stuff, and just having like a similar software, kind of switching between all the stuff. I like having one person that is behind all the software. I go to the 4K capture for the webcam, got a Stream Deck, which syncs with, it's supposed to have some kind of integration with the Wavelink. I haven't really messed with that as far. I would like more integration with that, but it may just be I don't really have as much knowledge as I should in integrating those kind of sound, maybe meters and stuff like that into the Stream Deck. And of course I'm only working with a Stream Deck Mini too, so I really don't just put a ton of stuff into it unless it's really necessary, because although you can switch pages on it, it's really a kind of pain in the ass to have to switch a lot of pages on the fly. So I can see why people have these big old Stream Decks and all that. But that's kind of the intro and kind of where I'm at, like as far as getting my setup. I'm just really happy to be, this is like my third kind of template panel that I've done. Actually, I came from Streamlabs. I had a lot of other stuff on there. You can go look at my archives and everything, and you can see where I mess with different templates and formats with the green screen, with no green screen, stuff like that. But this is kind of one of the layouts I'm most proud of, with this green screen, and actually having like kind of the desk as a prop, you know, integrated overlay with the green screen. I feel like it's the most seamless. and I'm really just happy and kind of proud of the way things have turned out. Not of myself, not to brag on myself, but just looking at it, looking back, and kind of seeing where I am today. Now it's just about building followers, getting subscribers, building a community. But that's where we're gonna get to the content, because I know it's all about the content, what people want to hear about, what people want to see. And I kind of related back to myself, what I want to hear, what I want to see, what I do when I go to other streamers, you know what I'm saying? So definitely like Call of Duty, Modern Warzone, Modern Warfare, the multiplayer. I know the campaign was pretty controversial when it first came out. But I think overall it was hailed to be one of the better campaigns of Call of Duty, at least in recent times, especially speaking of Black Ops 4 not even having one. And I know with the Infinity War doing the Modern Warfare series, a lot of people missed having the zombies modes that Treyarch does, which we are getting into with the Cold War Black Ops. I didn't put it up there. I just got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone thing put up there. But we can also talk about some Black Ops too, because I'm definitely looking forward to that one. And I got that one on pre-order as well, and we'll be doing some streaming on that when the beta comes out on the October 15th. But right now we just entered that season 6 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare in Warzone, and they got the new characters. I mean, it's the characters, but it's operators. This is so bad. I don't have their names in front of me, y'all. But Nikolai, the dude, he's in the trailer with her fixing the subway, right? And I think it's Sonai. It's a weird name, y'all, but the girl is a beast. She's a beast, and she's in there with Nikolai, and I want to say she's a captain or a general of like the rebel group from the campaign, and they're fixing the subway. Nikolai is actually like the engineer, kind of electrician dude, getting the power back on, and she's freaking badass assassin. She just freaking takes out all the enemy soldiers trying to search the subway. She freaking like knifes one and freaking lights another up. She's badass. But you can get those operators in there, and I think they're front loaded in the battle pass. Nikolai might not be, but I know I already have her. I did the battle pass bundle with the 20 tiers. I know all the streamers right now, they are the big time streamers, they like, oh, we buy the whole content pass on the first day so we can show y'all everything and have everything unlocked and y'all can see what's in there. And that's cool if you got the money like they do. You can do that. I didn't. I just got a 20, and I know even some people are like, well, that's kind of cheating. I know my girlfriend gives me slack about that, but I kind of wish I could. If I had the money, I'd probably buy the whole thing too. Like, it is what it is. But they had plenty of bonus ranks after that you still want to get to that you're not gonna buy. They like Fortnite. I think I did the same thing, and I probably bought like 40 tiers in Fortnite, and I'm on like 150, so I still grinded for like 110 tiers, and I still have like 94 to go. I think it's like 244 before you get like all the holographic skins. So you still got to put in work. It don't matter, you buy the whole thing or not. But as a creator, it does. I think it does. I can see their point where it does help to add stuff first and have people who are looking for you for information and advice. So I can give y'all my perspective on it, but I can't show y'all the whole things like you're gonna see with like Nick Merckx and TimTheTatman and all these creators who have come out with their revealings and their updates and stuff on the new season. They're like pretty much all like top trending in gaming in the top 30. But that's cool. Like, I share information with y'all. I encourage y'all go look at that kind of stuff, because That's what makes being a gamer enjoyable, is having all these fun creators and information that you can go to and find out different things. Just all the time when I'm in Warzone and Call of Duty right now, I'm trying to look how to get blueprints and, how to get more XP, how to level this up, where is this located, and you just look it up. Like, you go right on YouTube, you Google it, whatever. The information is like right at your fingertips all the time. I think before, I don't know if it's just because I was ignorant or it just wasn't as easily available. The only thing I would go to would be like IGN. Like, how many years ago? I don't think there was as many people out there that was really giving the information like that. I'm sure there was still a lot more resources than IGN, but before I was like, everything I got to look up the IGN walkthrough. But now I just Google it, and it's a ton of people from like even smaller creators that can give you great advice to the big ones that are supposed to have, or expected to have, like everything. So it's an awesome time to be in gaming right now. It's an awesome time to be Modern Warfare and Warzone, even though it's kind of like coming to the end. The season 6 will be the last one, and then we're gonna have the next season is gonna go into Call of Duty, Black Ops, and they're gonna be carrying in, dropping some new modes, see what they do with the map, what kind of changes we got there. But Verdansk is awesome. It's kind of varied, has a nice variety map to me for a battle royale, and I've just been figuring out how to, all the contracts they have everywhere, stuff that you can do while you're trying to survive and not get killed and kill somebody. That's how the only time that I really get kills right now is just starting off and getting into it, coming from Fortnite, which I'm still on and love Fortnite. But just from my own experience being really Fortnite, trying to go hard in a battle royale, the only time I really get killed now starting in Warzone is when I get like a bounty contract, and the radar kind of leads you and guides you, and so that's really nice. Or I get a UAV. I finally figured out how to use that shit. But maybe I'll buy a kill streak and stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of different tips and tricks for every kind of battle royale. They got their own thing. Fortnite, of course, is mainly building. That's your ticket, especially when you get down to like the final 10. You gotta have some kind of building, man. And now with these mythics too, they're just gonna freaking demolish you, eat you alive. You just try to run and gun out in the open. But speaking of the mythics, we got the Wolverine mythic in there, and he's a freaking hard ass boss. I remember just going through the woods and just accidentally running up on him. Like, I knew he was in Weeping Woods, but I wasn't expecting to find him right then at that moment, and he just freaking demolished me. I was like, shit. Like, it was worse than Doom, worse than Iron Man to me. Like, that Joker's a beast, and his mythic power is probably one of the most powerful ones too. But I think they released Storm's power in there too. She's in the wild in the Royale mode, not just the Marvel mode now too. And I'm hoping for Venom and Black Panther. So let's see about those updates, where they're going with it next week. But been having fun. I love the Marvel theme. I know they kind of got some flack for like they were selling out, not coming out with the original content and all this and that and the other. But I freaking love it. It's been fun. I think the hero powers was like some much needed thing to kind of add some change up in variety into the game. But it's fun to have like that quirky side, and I think a lot of creators want to get back into Fortnite because it has this fun and quirky side, kind of like the Fall Guys and Among Us have brought into streaming. I think that's kind of why they've supplemented their content with those kind of games, is because they miss that kind of fun and quirkiness that they used to have with Fortnite. Like you can do all these like little emotes, and you got like these you got boogie bombs, like just things that are you're not gonna find that with kind of something kind of like more serious and intense like Call of Duty, which is the other number one game that pretty much everyone's on. And so to have that kind of variety and be able to switch between those two, I think it's the perfect mix. I know the biggest criticism, and probably the only criticism right now, other than if you're like really big in the competitive scene in Fortnite, that's a whole nother ball game. But as far as the main mode, the main game, and playing more casually, I think the only real grievance is that everybody dies too quick. And like after the second wave, it's like down to like nothing. The first wave takes out like over half of the people in the lobby, and then the second wave, like you're going into like top 20 and the third wave is like freaking, you get down to like a good sized circle still, and you're still kind of just snoozing, looking around for people until the circle gets really tight. You got that last 10 that's kind of floating around in there. But other than that, and they say, like, I know I was hearing some comments watching Nick Merckx or Tim the Tatman. They were talking about, you know, that they want to come back, but having it like a podcast where you're playing the game was keeping them from that. But I think it's nice to have that kind of change up and that kind of chill pace sometimes too. It can be intense now, don't get me wrong. Fortnite, it can get some tense, sweaty matches too. So, but that's the game that kind of got me started. I know a lot of people started Fortnite for me, and that's what got them to be bigger streamers. So I've kind of been trying to figure out, you know, what's going to be my lane, my avenue to kind of add something different to streaming and entertaining content wise. And that's kind of where I get into where I'm talking about more of my streaming journey and development. Some different games I played or that I tried on streams. You can go and look back into my archives, even like on YouTube. I was into League of Legends for a while. I wanted to say like I was gonna be a freaking League of Legends esports player, and I would not be any more close to that than I would be a Call of Duty esports player. Like, it's not gonna happen. I don't got the skills like that. I don't have the twitches or reflexes, eye-hand coordination, you know, whatever. I hope to be like a little bit above average player one day, like Tim the Tatman. I would be perfectly fine with that. But yeah, I'm not gonna be realistic with myself, and that's just out of reach for the esports thing. There's people better than me. Like, I get J Mob Jr. on the stream and he'll tear it up. Like, and he's young still, so he hasn't even reached his peak. Like, that might be something for him down the road. But I would love like being anything else, like Hex said. I mean, Hex was he said, hey man, I realized a long time ago I didn't have the hand-eye coordination. Hex is the CEO of the of NRG now. He was of Octa Gaming, but he's like, when I realized I didn't have it, I'm gonna be the best CEO, the best coach, you know, the best everything else in the industry that I could be. So I look to people who have like similar things like that. I look up to them and say like, yeah, that's how I am. That's what I want to do. If I can be involved in esports in a different kind of way and streaming as just more of an entertainer, that kind of way, then I'm definitely down for that. You know, I'll be more than happy to do that. So I'll keep bringing on more kind of stuff like this, you know, maybe, and mix it in with my streaming sessions. And I'm probably going to see more Call of Duty in there. And keep mixing it up with the Fortnite, of course. I think it's going to be kind of still going to be my bread and butter. But as I get more into Call of Duty, and we have the Call of War Black Ops coming up too. We'll see what's up with that. Some gaming industry news. I really kind of want to talk about like some stuff what I heard on my boy Jake Lucky. He has an eSport News Talk YouTube, which I love his channel. Y'all go look him up. I think it's Esports Talk News, but you look up Jake Lucky, you'll find it too. And he talked about Dr. Disrespect, one of my favorite streamers as well, who's now only on YouTube because he got the Twitch ban, was hinting at the reason for his ban, because supposedly he still doesn't know the reason, which at this point I just have to believe. We'll take it, we'll trust him on his word. That he believes that or he hinted that he believes that it was because they were getting his salary off their books so that they could afford Three Musketeers, and us guessing that those would be Shroud and Ninja, who just got bought out from Mixer, that they could be able to afford to bring them back. Also, along with Logic, the rapper who retired from music, went full-time streaming around that same time. And it's kind of like a scary thing. And then so they do that so they can afford them, right? And then we have these midstream Twitch ads that they do, seemingly maybe they're not making the money they want to make, or the profits. They want to see how much more they can squeeze out of the platform to stay profitable while paying these figures, these big dollars. And so they do it off of ads, of course, and the ads affect the streamers, and the streamers lash back out and they cancel the ads. But there has to be this huge balance in the industry of how these platforms make this ad revenue. And at this point, I think like Twitch and Google are the only people who can really do big in this streaming industry, and they have such a tight grip on their streamers because they have to hold their streamers and their content creators accountable for the things they say and do, so that their advertisers will want to advertise on these platforms, right? Because if you have stuff happen with the content creators and these scandals and controversies, these advertisers aren't going to want to be represented by those people, right? So they have to have them on such like a tight leash that I think it's kind of crazy sometimes. Like, I understand holding accountable and, morally, and you don't want no freaking, child molesters, no kind of crazy mess like that, for sure. Womanizer, stuff like that on there. But even as far as like profanity and stuff like that, and some other things, that they just got this. And then the TOS with Twitch, that basically they don't have to give you a reason. It's kind of like on their terms if they're going to ban you. So that's kind of where it comes into play as far as the Dr. Disrespect. But what I'm saying is that if you don't like the way these companies are running their stuff, you really don't have any other options. Like, you're at their mercy, literally, because they're to the point where they have a monopoly on the industry. And that reason why is because a place like Twitch, they're advertising, but they're also like connected with a storefront, the biggest storefront in the world. You have Google, and they're connected with the biggest search engine in the world. You have Facebook, who's the only person who's kind of surviving right now, standing up to these two, only because they have one of the biggest social platforms in the world. Which I don't personally, like that social platform. I'll rock with Twitter or Instagram or something else any other day. But the rest of the world, if they use it and they're making it popular platform socially, that's their only hope to kind of integrate and promote their streaming platform as well. So you have them have these other ties and groups into other industries that makes them more successful as a streaming platform for people advertising on there. Which makes sense, but it's basically like another streaming platform that would want to come in and share space or compete with these would have to have another, like, partner with another company, would have to have like another, groups or ventures to be able to keep them afloat, to make them valuable or appealing to advertisers. So that's kind of scary, but I don't want to say like Twitch hasn't done a great job at making a user-friendly space for Twitch streamers, as far as like integrating different APIs and apps and extensions that intertwine with their platform. They're like leagues ahead to me of YouTube streaming, and that's why I think Doc, he would still be on Twitch for sure if he had the option. There's no way he would have just gone exclusive with YouTube. But those that have gone exclusive with YouTube, have got some kind of paid incentives to do so, or maybe they felt that their YouTube following was already so good that they couldn't or they didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to move them and attract them to Twitch. I don't know, but I love YouTube for having the VODs and stuff on there and having like maybe shorter videos one day, but Twitch is still like streaming is where it's at. They just made it, they have the years of experience behind them, and they've developed the platform with, you know, such a variety of features and tools for streamers that it's just nothing that compares to them right now. So I have to give them props for that. But I think that's really, you know, it for today, y'all. So we're gonna talk about Call of Duty, Fortnite, my journey as a streamer, and the gaming industry, and kind of what's popping out there in the streaming world. And we're getting more esports and stuff like that in the future. I definitely have a lot of interest in how these franchises are developing in COD, and if we're going to see a more structured esports scene hopefully in the future, as Ninja has suggested to Epic, and what other kind of leagues pop up and esports developments. But it's been real, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next episode. J Mob Gaming.